Hey everybody, it's me. I am here. I am back, and I want to give you an update because it's been a hot minute. As you can see, I am back in the apartment. It's messy, it's terrible, but one day I'm going to be able to get up and walk around and be able to clean things again. The man thing, also known as Joe, is doing his solid best. He has been amazing through this whole thing and has been one of the best people ever. I swear. I love the man for a reason, okay? But he is also working somewhere between 50 and 60 hours a week because I'm still out of a job. There's actually been a lot that's been happening with work, and that's one of the main reasons I have not updated anybody with anything because it has gotten to the point where earlier today I had my phone in hand ready to call a lawyer. Um, there has been a lot of issues with and around a huge layoff that has happened throughout the company that I work for and has now extended to sister companies that are under the big umbrella of the overarching blah blah corporate blah 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 blah. And one of the things that I think happened but I cannot verify is that the person in the local office who normally deals with the Americans with Disabilities Act and the Family Medical Leave Act and all the paperwork and everything, that this injury is covered underneath. That person has been completely unresponsive since the announcement for the layoffs went through. So I don't know if that person quit or if they were laid off or what exactly happened there, but the entire HR team has been just poof. There's been some problems. There have been some problems with my paperwork not getting to HR, which is why I save all of my emails when dealing with stuff like this because they have date stamps and time stamps and who received them and which mailboxes they went to and the whole thing. Um, there was the question of, according to one piece of paper, I was supposed to return to work on the 15th. According to the piece of paper signed by my doctor, I am not supposed to return to work until the 15th of next month. So there was a question of whether I would be punished for having missed these days of work when I still can't put any weight or pressure on the leg that had two surgeries in the same spot within 3 months. There's just it's been a lot. It's been a lot. It got a little hairy, but I made it very, very clear to the person that took over the duties for ADA and FMLA that I am actually very familiar with all of these things. And within about an hour of making that very, very clear, the paperwork was suddenly all there and suddenly got pushed through. And I am not going to have to work at all until after the final layoff date of September 20th. So I am still officially on the payroll for this current company, but I'm not going to actually be putting in hours there anymore. Which honestly, at this point, it's just a good thing. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that at this point. I also have an interview for a job with a bank on Monday afternoon, late Monday afternoon. I'm really hoping to be able to get that. That would be amazing. It's a place that I've been putting in at for probably about a year now, off and on. Uh, so it's someplace that I actually really want to work because it's a good company to work for. It's not one of the great big huge banks. It's a smaller bank, and they treat their people really, really well. I have multiple friends that work there, etc. It's a good thing. So I'm hoping that that goes well. Update on the ankle itself. It's actually really cool the way they did the second surgery. They cut the exact same lines as they did on the first surgery, so there's one scar on either side instead of two. They did the stitches in the exact same spot where they did the stitches the first time, so there's just one zipper line on either side of those scars instead of multiple. They did an amazing job. I've been working with, well, essentially with myself because I can't drive to go to PT. Uh, but I've been working with the instructions from the physical therapist or what the physical therapist would have done, and using my own knowledge because I used to work on postoperative patients back in the day when I was healthier. And I have gained almost my full range of motion back, even after both surgeries and with all that hardware in there, which is beyond the pale. It's something that when I go in for my next appointment with the orthopedic doctor, she's just gonna her mind's just gonna be blown. Um, but that is absolutely a thing. I have not gotten to the point where I can put weight on it to start building up the strength again, but that's coming within the next couple of weeks. And within the next probably month or so, maybe a little bit more because the healing this time is just a little bit slower than after the first surgery. I should be able to walk around the apartment without my walker, which is going to be a huge, amazing thing. But I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Getting close, but I'm not there yet. Um, we're still a couple of $1,000s away from the final goal. And all of you have been just amazing people. Thank you, everybody who's donated even $1 or $5 or whatever. You have made this possible. But we do need to get to that goal. Part of that is because I do not have an income at my current job because I'm not working. And our insurance, both mine and Joe's, is through this current job. I still need to pay for that. So $1,000, just under $1,000 of what we will be getting from here out, please, please, will be going directly to paying for insurance through the end of September, and another about 1,000 of that will be going to rent for October. Yes, October, because we have September's covered. Had to actually think about that for a second. Uh, but Joe's paycheck has been covering like the essential bills and his car payment and food and things of that nature. But we need this other stuff covered as well, which is what this is for, is to help cover until I can get another job. And with this interview on Monday, I'm really hoping. And that's just the next interview. I've had a couple, and I'm sure there will be more. I am still putting out applications pretty much anywhere that I can work from home and still make about as much, if not more, than what I was making at the current position. Um, and as you can see, I have my streaming everything up here. I'm actually getting ready to start stream. I'm going to be loading up a video game and playing some video games. If you're interested in watching, it's up in, there we go, Scald's Bane up in the corner there. Go to Twitch, and I will go ahead and I'll put that link in the description as well. And I'll put the link for the GoFundMe down there too, in case somebody sees this on YouTube and doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about in all of this. Hey, it happens. Um, and also, please, I encourage each and every one of you share this. Without the shares, we wouldn't have gotten this far at all. Like, at all. And the more it's shared on social media and the more word gets out, the more likely it is that we'll be able to meet this goal and keep a roof over our heads until I'm able to get at least a first paycheck in. Um, I would rather not have to sell my car, but that's where we're at. Is I would have to attempt to sell my car, even though I won't be able to drive it for a while. It's still there. It's good to have it in case. But sometimes life just happens, and that's kind of where we're at. Um, yeah, that's. I just wanted to give you all an update, let you know things are going really well. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to update, but with all of the everything going on with work and the possibility of a lawsuit because of everything, um, I didn't want to get into it for obvious reasons. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in stream.